Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the reason you're failing to see the plain sight truth is because you're looking for the truth in the mind, where the mind is already false. I'm saying the mind is false because the mind is always changing, plus, the mind is simply the accumulation of ideas which comes from our experience. Notice every experience you have gone through in your life has always left a residue as an idea, and the idea sits in us, and mind is simply the collection of ideas. It is coming from the outside, and the truth is already inside, and which is unchanging. So there's a difference. One is changing and one is unchanging. Now, when we are associated with a spiritual practice, notice we are associated with the silence practice, we are associated with meditation and some other rituals. And when we are associated with those practices, what are we really doing? We are controlling the body, controlling the mind. Especially in the meditation, notice we're controlling the body and mind with techniques, with the visualization, with the mantras or bodily technique. That is simply adding more layers on in the mind. And if you are sitting with a quiet practice, now you're waiting for something to happen. You're relying in the relying in the universe or relying in the higher power to, give you the truth. And recognizing the truth is not about relying on the world or relying on the universe or relying on the higher power. It is already within. It's already within, and how to get there is taking out the layers so we can get to the plain sight truth. By the way, right now I'm in the hospital and with the family. Because of that, you can hear all the noise. Anyway, the enlightenment journey is about dissolving the mind, and dissolving the mind means dissolving the layers, and that is the effort that we have to put. And controlling the body, controlling the mind, or just sitting with the silence is the effort that is making our face turn away from the truth. The only thing we need to do is sit with the practice and do the math, do the dismantling work of the mind. And this is the work is most of the time missing. Take a look at yourself. If you reflect in your own practice, what are you really doing in your practice? When you sit in a silence, what are you doing? Aren't you waiting for something to happen? And if you see some, ideas coming in your head, aren't you seeing that as a wisdom? You see that as an intuition? You see that idea as an intuition? And even you see the intuition, that idea you see as a wisdom, is it really helping you to be free from your fear, free from your conflict, free from the idea of fear of something? No, isn't it? You might even fight with the idea that, that wisdom or the intuition is helping me to connect the dots. And my answer is no. Sitting with the silence, waiting for something to happen, and you see sudden idea as an intuition or wisdom, is simply the ego's play in the silence practice. And if you're associated with the meditation, you are adding more layers. Adding more layers is moving away from the truth. Dissolving the layers is moving towards the truth, not adding. So what's really missing in the spiritual practice is dismantling. Whatever idea comes in your silence practice or meditation practice, that itself is the mind. From the mind, you're pulling out the highest idea. Yeah. So pulling out the highest idea is not freedom. Pulling out the highest idea is not a wisdom. It's the past that you have heard in the past. That's simply coming in your mind, resurfacing. And especially when you see that as a connecting dots in the relative world, you cannot say that it's the intuition, is the wisdom. It's just the idea. But we give the highest meaning to the idea as intuition and wisdom. Again, the reason we are failing to be free from our own fear, free from the mind, free from the struggle of pain, is because we are looking for the truth, looking for the freedom in the mind, and the mind is already the false. Again, the false is because the mind is always changing. When you seek something, when you seek the truth in the changing, is not truth at all. Even you find something, the highest idea, that highest idea will change in the future again. And your seeking is continuously there. And your seeking never ends. It never ends because the idea is not helping you to dissolve your fear. Until the fear is dissolved, the seeking doesn't stop. So stop seeking the freedom in the mind. The true freedom is dissolving the mind all the way until there is no mind is left. So in all of my videos, I always mention about dismantling the mind, and I also share how to dismantle the mind. So today, look at one of the friction that you had, or you're having, or there will be some friction coming in your life. Now, when you see that, when you experience the friction, when you experience the fight, when you experience the frustration, anger, fear, whatever is there, you trace it back. Why am I feeling this friction? This is the simple way to figure out the root cause of the friction. And when you figure out the root cause of the friction, then you have to dismantle the root as well. Until you dismantle the root, your life is happening from that root, and the friction will always be there. The fear will always be there. So, you have to trace it back and figure out the root, and after that, you have to dismantle the root altogether until there is no more mind ideas is left. And when you are thorough like that in all aspects of your life, and then when you ask yourself, who am I? That's where you're going to click, and that's where you're going to be free from your mind, free from your fear. Okay? I hope this video makes sense. Stop looking for the answers in the mind. Stop looking for the truth in the mind. The journey is about dissolving, dismantling, eliminating the mind. So trace your mind backward, and that's the way to eliminate the mind. That's the way to figure out the truth of who you are, which is no mind. And that is the consciousness itself. To rest in consciousness, to trust the consciousness, you have to dissolve what you have become so far. You have to unbecome through the dismantling, tracing back work. And that's freedom, my friend. Anyway, hope this video makes sense to you. I hope so. Thanks for following. Yeah, that's all in this video. Okay, take care for now. See you in the next video. Bye.